Hello everyone. We are students of the Valenkar Institute of Management from the Research and Business Analytics batch. I am Just Raj and with me is my teammate Mronal. Today we are presenting a strategic case study from our business consulting project on one of India's largest startups, Flipkart. So let's deep dive into the case study.
Let's go.
Our core objective today is to break down how Flipkart managed to build a reliable and scalable supply chain and logistic networks across India, despite facing numerous challenges such as poor infrastructure, non-standard addresses, and overwhelming need for cash on delivery. So, this presentation is not about just operations, it's about strategy, technology, scale, and customer experience. As consultants, we use analytical frameworks and strategic insights that align with Flipkart's journey.
In the early 2010s, India was still transitioning into the digital era. E-commerce was a new concept for most Indians, but while the demand was increasing rapidly, the supporting infrastructure for logistics simply wasn't ready.
So the third-party logistic companies weren't capable of managing e-commerce specific delivery volumes. Poor road infrastructure, unpredictable traffic, lack of standardized street addresses, and heavy reliance on cash payments made e-commerce operations very challenging.
Over 60% of Flipkart's transactions were COD at that time. COD meant high risk. Cash handling costs, delivery rejections, and frequent returns. According to industry reports from 2013, nearly 1 in 5 COD orders were either returned or cancelled during delivery. This created a logistical nightmare and increased operational costs significantly.
Moreover, the logistic ecosystem lacked traceability. Customers couldn't track their orders, and Flipkart had no real-time data on where the shipments were struck. It was an opaque system. So, founded in 2007 by Sachin Bansal and Binny Bansal, Flipkart started with a simple mission to make books available online. But their real mission turned out to be much bigger, building India's e-commerce backbone. By 2011, Flipkart was handling thousands of orders daily, but delays, failed deliveries, negative customer experiences were hurting their growth. Customers were losing trust due to delays and unpredictability.
In 2012, Flipkart raised nearly $150 million in funding, with investor pressure mounting to improve delivery experience and reduce returns. Sachin Bansal made a decisive move. Flipkart had to own its supply chain. This led to the launch of eCart Logistics, a wholly owned subsidiary. According to interviews from 2014, eCart was not just about faster delivery, it was a strategic asset that would allow Flipkart to differentiate in a crowded market.
Flipkart adopted two powerful strategies, frameworks, vertical integration and hub and spoke model. So let's break them down.
First, vertical integration. Flipkart brought logistics in-house by creating eCart. This gave them control over warehousing, packaging, delivery, returns, and COD. Vertical integration reduced dependency on the third-party partners and improved customer satisfaction.
This move also enabled operational flexibility. Flipkart could adjust its delivery protocols during festival sales like the Big Billion Days, launch same-day delivery pilots, and test new features such as scheduled delivery slots.
The second framework is the hub and spoke model. Major fulfillment centers act as central hubs in metro cities like Bangalore, Mumbai, and Delhi. Spokes are regional delivery centers in Tier 2 and Tier 3 towns. Inventory is pushed to spokes based on demand forecasting algorithms.
Together, these frameworks allowed Flipkart to build a supply chain that was scalable, demand-driven, and resilient. So, executing these frameworks meant building infrastructure, technology, and talent from the ground up. First, Flipkart established over 20 large fulfillment centers, set up 500 plus last mile delivery hubs across 800 plus cities, created proprietary logistics software to manage inventory, delivery routes, and returns, trained over 1,000 delivery agents in cash on delivery collection, customer communication, and returns handling. And last, it launched a revised logistic program to handle high return rates efficiently. They also integrated machine learning for demand forecasting. For example, if a certain pin code was spike in smartphone orders, inventory would be pre-positioned at the nearest hub. Additionally, delivery partners were equipped with GPS-enabled smartphones and mobile POS machines. This allowed them to collect cash securely and update delivery statuses in real time.
Another innovation was zonal optimization. Flipkart divided the country into zones and assigned logistics, SLAs, which is service level agreements for each. This created accountability and measurable KPIs for regional delivery teams. This execution strategy helped Flipkart bring consistency to its logistics operations, something that was unheard of in India's fragmented logistics industry. So, what were the tangible results of all this? Average delivery time dropped from 6 to 8 days to just 2 days. Flipkart became the most trusted e-commerce brand in India by 2015, according to Nielsen surveys. E-Cart started offering services to other companies, generating additional revenue streams. Flipkart dominated rural markets where Amazon initially struggled. COD frauds and rejections dropped by over 30% in 18 months.
Big Billion Day events become a proof of operational strength. In 2014, Flipkart processed over 1 million orders in just 10 hours. And by 2016, they were delivering 85% of the orders using e-cart. Moreover, Flipkart's ability to deliver to remote pin codes gave it an edge in user acquisition from rural India.
So here, from a consultant's lens, this case offers 4 critical business lessons. First, when customer experience is your differentiator, control the key drivers like logistics. Vertical integration, while capital intensive, can be a strategic moat. Technology must be embedded at every stage, from warehouse to doorstep. Use data proactively. Demand prediction and zoning reduced Flipkart's cost by millions.
Most importantly, Flipkart didn't copy Amazon's US playbook. It adapted to Indian conditions. That localization, both operational and strategic, was its key to success. As consultants, we believe this story offers a framework for other startups facing distribution or scale challenges in emerging markets.
To Mr. Kalyan Krishnamurthy, who is the CEO of Flipkart, and the esteemed members of the board, your journey is not just a business case, it's a national blueprint. It has inspired hundreds of Indian startups to invest in logistics, not just front-end apps.
As student consultants, we would be honored to engage, collaborate, or receive guidance from Flipkart leaders. Your feedback would help us strengthen our approach and enter into the world of consulting and digital operations. We also look forward to learn more from India's greatest homegrown unicorn.
Thank you for watching our in-depth consulting breakdown of Flipkart's supply chain strategy. We hope this added value and gave you strategic operational insights.
You can reach out to us via email or LinkedIn for further discussions, projects, collaborations, or suggestions. Until then, keep solving, keep building.
Building.